Hello, this is Sharon Norris Lynch, and we're here for a special edition of Politics on the Patio. Today, we have the pleasure of having Treasurer Cheryl Brooks Sullivan, Franklin County Treasurer, and thank you for taking some time to spend with us today.
Thank you for inviting me. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon.
So tell us, Treasurer, what are the main functions that your office is responsible for?
It's a little snoozeworthy, but okay, so we are mainly tasked with collecting taxes, banking, and investing. And we have a collection arm also.
Right. Yeah, I believe I got a notice from you once, but
It's not necessarily
it was my
good.
dog. I went, what did I do? Turns out I didn't renew my dog tags.
Now that's the auditor's office.
Oh, is that the auditor's office? Okay,
Yes,
well, I'm
and
off the hook.
In the world of county agencies, the auditor's office and the treasurer's office, our duties get confused a lot.
Right.
We are very close partners in the collection of taxes and also in the distribution of checks to other agencies. We have to communicate.
I see.
So everybody gets us confused.
And that is wonderful that you're educating us if we don't know. So tell us some of your initiatives going forward for the treasurer's office.
Okay, so there are some things that we're excited about. I call it my sophomore year in office. I completed, one full year, freshman year, and now I'm into the second year. So the first year, basically, I observed a lot. Everything that each department did, every task, everything that, we are, by the ORC, mandated to do. I looked at all these pieces, I listened to my staff, and I noticed we all had common concern about the opportunities that there may be that we aren't taking advantage of to help our taxpayers. Actually, all of the constituents of Franklin County, not even just taxpayers, and I'll get to that. There's a percentage that was passed down to us that states that 30% of foreclosures are based on just tax delinquency. We want to reduce that number. There are a lot of major cities, Columbus probably being the leading city, that is putting together a lot of affordable housing initiatives, ways to reduce the homelessness. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we have an agency that is creating foreclosures, not in and of itself, but we have firsthand information on who's in trouble, who's at risk, areas that are hardest hit with foreclosure. We have all of that data. We're a data-rich agency, and so far that data has not been used or utilized in any of the programming. So we're doing some things with our system so that we can get this information harnessed and available to other agencies so that we can help them become more proactive in retaining home ownership. There's also a part where tenants get displaced because landlords are behind in their taxes. So these poor tenants are paying their rent, they're doing everything they're supposed to, then all of a sudden they receive notification that there's an eviction going on, has nothing to do with them. So we're putting together programs to assist them as well.
Landlords are not required, if they should fall into foreclosure to notify their tenants.
I'm not sure if they're required, and it's just not happening. I'm not sure what the law is there. I do know that the majority of tenants that we hear from have all been taken by surprise. If you're up to date on rent and everything looks normal, you expect that you're going to have that same, opportunity to stay in this unit going forward. They don't know that there's a foreclosure going on.
Does your office, is it able to direct people to services of any sort? Is there some kind of liaison that you do with any other areas?
Our information right now is very limited. We know your name, your address, and your parcel number. We're going to become more, not aggressive, more assertive about collecting information. Because in order to send somebody to the right resource, you have to know a little more about them. So we're going to be doing surveying, and we're going to attempt relationships with some agencies that already have that information. So when we see a parcel and an address that looks like it's heading towards delinquency, we'll know more about the person in that household so we can better direct them to the correct resource. Right now, we don't know if you're employed, we don't know if you're unemployed, we know nothing about you. Nothing.
Well, tell us a little bit about what led you your road to the treasurer's office. What is your background in?
Real estate. Real estate sales, real estate appraising,
Okay.
some consulting.
Okay, fantastic. So, can you get me a deal on my next dream house? That's all I want to know. You gotta
There
ask.
are not many deals out there right now. Inventory on available houses for sale is pretty low.
Okay.
And that creates a very competitive sales market, still a seller's market.
Right.
And there aren't just a lot of deals
A lot of
around
deals out.
anymore. No.
Well, my husband will be glad I won't be asking for any down payment money.
And you live
So,
in an excellent neighborhood. You don't want to
I
live
do.
You don't want to live
Eastgate,
there.
Eastgate for life.
You don't want to live there.
So, what are some initiatives that you have for your office going forward? Some ideas you have would like to implement?
Well, since I've been there, we have none of the doors on our floor were locked. We had, none of our office doors. There's what we call the public corridor, where you can go to the window and pay your taxes or go to a window and see customer service. Behind that layer are all of the internal offices. So all of the doors did say, please don't enter, but none of them were ever locked. So we have initiated some swipe pads. We have put in cameras.
Certainly.
Because I want the staff to feel safe.
To feel safe, that's right.
And so many things have been happening in schools and in other government
That's right.
buildings
That's
that
right.
it just seemed like this was the time to make sure
That's
that we had at least
exactly
a
right.
front line,
That's exactly right.
a front line of defense. So we've taken care of that. We have added an art gallery to our floor.
I've seen it. It's
Yeah.
lovely.
Most of the people who come to our floor, aside from coming on collection day, they're not necessarily in a good space when they come.
Right.
They're usually coming to work out a plan because they become delinquent. There's just always some underlying discomfort for them. So art is one of those things that just seems to make people feel better.
Certainly, certainly.
makes
It made
people
me
feel
feel
better.
more relaxed as I handed all of my money over. Well, so in closing, Treasurer, what are some last things you'd like for people to know about you, or what would you like to?
That our agency really does care. We're not there just to collect taxes.
Right.
We care about our constituents in Franklin County. And if there's anything we can do to lighten the load, to assist them in their process, we're there to help. We really do care.
Fantastic. Well, I'd like to thank you for taking
Thank you,
time out of
Cheryl.
your very busy day to come speak with us. Again, Treasurer Cheryl Brooks Sullivan, Franklin County Treasurer. For more information, what's the number for your office?
We're at 373 South High Street. We're on the 17th floor, and you can reach us at 614-525-3059. That goes directly to my office.
Thank you so much. And thank you again for tuning in to this special edition of Politics on the Patio. Thank you.
Take care.